everyone, this is Coca-Coholic. Last weekend I brought you a pack opening of Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's Worlds. This week I'm going to be bringing you a deck profile of the deck that I'm going to be using this week at my local OCG tournament. The deck is Mystic Piper Chaos. Without further ado, let's take a look at the monster lineup. This is my South Park mat. This is the mat that I use at all my tournaments. I don't own actually a Yu-Gi-Oh mat, but anyway, love South Park, so this does well. Okay, first on the line, we've got 3 Mystic Piper, who is the engine of the deck. He's a level 1 light target. His effect is that you contribute this card, draw and reveal 1 card. You must show it to your opponent. If, however, that card is a level 1 monster, you're then able to draw another card, essentially making his play a possible pot of greed. He's a light target, so he fuels the Chaos Engine as well. Perfect. Next, we've got Kinkabyo. Kinkabyo is a dark level 1, so again, if you draw it with Mystic Piper, you make another draw. His ability is when you normal summon him, because you can't special summon him, being a spirit monster, you're able to resurrect a level 1 monster from your graveyard. Usually Mystic Piper, not always, but a very good play. And then you can use Mr. Piper's effect again in order to draw, reveal 1 card. If it's another level 1, you draw again. Kinkabyo can set up really, really good plays, big pluses, and at the end of the phase he comes back to your hand, so he has really nasty plays with creature swap. Next, I max out on Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is light, again, for, targets are really, really good for the Chaos Engine. Level 1, again, you can get pluses off of Mystic Piper. And also, it's a tuner, so you can use it to resurrect with Kinkabyo and go easily into Formula Synchrons. You can play Mind Control, summon this monster if it's dead in your hand, especially Game 1 if you're playing against, like, say, Dark Worlds, where they don't really have a lot of face-up effect monsters. And then you can Synchro with it, so really, really good play, stops a lot of OTKs possibly in their tracks, and with a meta being as fast as it is, I feel that 3 is really good, especially in this deck, because it's not really the -1 if you get it a plus off of Mystic Piper. Next, I play 2 DD Crow. Again, I really feel that this is a really good card, this format. You've got people running 3 of Call of the Haunted. You've got boss monsters that have the ability to resurrect themselves from the graveyard. Fortress needs to go to the graveyard. Grapha's in the graveyard. The new Firelord Structure Deck Ultra, that's the big boss monster, he's got to be in the graveyard. You get rid of him, they don't get their plays. Good game. He's also dark, fuels chaos, he's level 1. You get pluses off of Piper. Oh my gosh. Next, Wizel. I played 2. He has the ability to special summon himself when a card on a monster on the field, on your side of the field, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. He's level 1. You can get pluses off of Piper. He's dark. He fuels the Chaos Engine. And in a format where there's double Mirror Force, there's double Torrential Tribute, there's Dark Hole, there's cards that have destruction effects, I feel that he's pretty good still in this format. As well, he has the ability to negate 1 spell card per turn, really good. A lot of people playing Lances. He can stop Mystical Space Typhoons. This deck doesn't really worry about that, but in Game 2 it will, so that makes this card even better as well. I'll show you my side deck later. He also has the ability to suck up a Synchro monster and gain attack, much like Relinquished and Thousand Eyes Restrict. Really good. Not a lot of Synchro monsters still being played, but, I mean, it's not exactly a bad thing that this card has that. That's pretty much it for the level 1s. Okay, let's go into my hand traps. My hand traps, I play double Max C. There's still a lot of wind-ups. There's a couple Inzectors at my locals. Heretics haven't seen a whole lot of play, but I still feel Max C is really good. Heroes make huge pushes in 1 turn. You hold your Max C for those big pushes, and you can draw in possibly your Effect Veiler to stop Excalibur from being 4K. You can stop his Ninja from getting his double strike ability. I mean, you can stop a number of plays. Anyway, I really feel that Max C doubled is really, really good. And he also helps beef up our next guy, Trag, another hand trap. This deck does not invest heavily on the board. It doesn't play a lot of backline, which means it keeps a lot of cards in the hand. Trag then gets really, really big. He also has really good options for possibly taking other monsters and making himself level 3 and pulling off some really nice Exceed plays. Gors, not really much to say about him. He stops a lot of OTKs. He's a really big boss monster, very, very good. I also play the Tour Guide engine. 2 Tour Guides, a Critter, Sangan, and Night Assailant. So you can make Exceed plays with this. They're all dark, they feel the Chaos Engine, and also helps to speed up the play of Pot of Avarice in the deck, which I also play really good. Night Assailant is really, really good too. He helps to eat up monsters if you've already played all your Tour Guides. He's not actually too bad of a draw. Okay, Spirit Reaper. This is one of my tech choices. So he's a level 3, so he works with tour guides, he works with critter, he works with a trag. If you have him in attack mode, your opponent attacks into him, you special trag. You can use trag's effect next turn to make him 3 and make an exceed play if you need to. He's also a really good wall. Dino Rabbit plays, huge OTKs and whatnot. This deck does not have a lot of monsters that you summon and they maintain field presence, or they cause inconveniences, like say Thunder King, which is really popular in this format. This card just sits there and stops stuff, forces them to use cards to get rid of it, and then I can then play my hand traps to sit back, maybe a Veiler to go, haha, you don't get him for one more turn. Really good monster, I feel, in this deck. Next one, I play Chaos Sorcerer, Chaos Soldier, as well as the Dark Armed Dragon. So these are my 3 big boss monsters. These guys are easily playable, very, very live, and then you've got Dark Armed Dragon. If he's dead, you can allure him out. There's a number of plays you can do with him. Okay, let's get into the spells. Holy Trinity, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, really good, doesn't invest, you don't get a lot of minuses. Dark Hole, again, doesn't invest, you can get a lot of pluses and pluses rather, and Monster Reborn, just really, really good card. Okay, Triple Mystical Space Typhoon helps you get your plays off, make sure that you hit what you need to hit. It's really, really good chain. I typically save them for things, depending, you know, Abyss Spheres, making sure that they're not going to play Dark Smog in Dark Worlds, that they're not going to play. Oh my gosh, what are some other really, really bad ones? Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, even. That's seeing less play. Skill Drain. What's that other one? Soul Drain that's recently being played. So this has some really good uses, but you have to be kind of conservative by using them. Pot of Duality, this helps you set up your plays. This deck does a lot of special summoning, so I don't feel that I really need 2, but I feel 1 is really justified. It helps you set up your plays, gets into your Mystic Pipers. A really, really good card. I only play 1. Pot of Avarice. I play this primarily because I run the tour guide engine, and if you play a tour guide, you grab another guide, or you grab your Knight Assailant, you make an Exceed play, you make a Zen Mighty, they get rid of it. That's already 3 in the grave. I mean, it's pretty quick and easy to play Pot of Avarice. Allure of Darkness, sometimes you've got dead, you draw into your second Kinkabyo, you've already used your formula, or you've, whatever. Anyway, you can allure it off, you've got a dead dad, you can allure it out, good card. Double Creature Swap. The card is really good, but it's especially good because Kinkabyo keeps coming back to my hand, so I can usually call upon it, use its effect, grab a monster, make a synchro play with an Effect Veiler or something, or just summon it, draw Mystic Piper, or summon Mystic Piper, tribute them off, draw, if I get another one, draw another one, and then play Creature Swap, give them that, end phase comes back, and I've taken their monster. So, good card. And Mind Control, mostly because I play Effect Veiler as a tuner, and again, Kinkabyo can call upon Veiler in most circumstances, and you can make synchro plays. The only 2 trap cards that I play are Torrential Tribute. I play this over Mirror Force because Torrential can be activated at a certain time when you feel that your opponent's eventually going to play into something that you're not going to be able to deal with. Torrential Tribute helps you get rid of monsters on the field at that time, rather than just waiting and waiting and waiting until the battle phase. So, really good. Alright, so that's the main deck. The extra deck, really, really quickly, I'll go into. So your Gorz token, Shiny Magician, level 1, only requires 2 level 1 monsters, so obviously Kinkabyo makes this really, really good. For those that don't know, this is a newer card. It can't die by battle once per battle phase. It's got 2100 defense, so it's pretty good against a lot of normal summon monsters, holds its own versus Cyber Dragon. And also, if your opponent uses a card that targets it, either magic, trap, or monster effect, you can detach one of its materials, negate that effect, and destroy the monster. So, pretty awesome. Alright, Tempo, Leviathan Dragon, Zenmaines, and Leviair. Really, really good monsters. And I also play a Thunder Charger. So if I mind control one of the really, really big Exceed monsters, I can use its effect if I'm able to, and if not, I can just put this guy overlay. Chimeratech, my gosh. Chimeratech, Fortress Dragon, because I play Cybers in the sideboard, and now we go into the Synchros. So, Formula Synchron, really awesome. Here we go. Armory Arm, Catastor, Gaia Knight, Black Rose Dragon, Arcanite Magician, Stardust Dragon, and Scrap. Really easy to make a lot of these monsters. I play the Arcanite Magician because of the Sorcerer play, Kinkabyo, summon an Effect Veiler, bam, bam, bam. You can get, like, if you can get the play, it is so many pluses. So, and I have room, so I was able to put that card in. Okay, side deck really quick. We're approaching almost the 10-minute mark. Sorry about that. So, 2 Kaiku, the Ghost Destroyer. Dark, fuels my Chaos Engine, stops the Chaos plays, gets rid of Grapha, gets rid of a lot of monsters in the graveyard, makes Pot of Avarice dead in a lot of players' hand, gets rid of their salvage plays. Like, anyway, is really good. So, I really like him this format. I'll let you know how he does this weekend. Cyber Dragon, this is for my machine matchups. There's not a whole lot of in my meta, but in case I do fight them. Changes appearance, you probably know this is really good, this format. You're getting rid of a lot of wind-up cards. You can get rid of Rabbit. You can get rid of Tour Guide. I mean, there's not as many targets, but nonetheless pretty good. Okay, doubles. Here we go. You'll find that after I play my first game, I'll side heavily into the second game into traps. My opponent will realize that I don't play a whole lot of back row, pretty much any. He might not even see the torrential tributes in the game that we play. Side out all of his mystical space type typhoons, making all of these cards so much better because they're not going to get destroyed. Double Dust Tornado for backline hate. Double Compulsory Evacuation Device because it's really good with his Exceeds, Synchros, big boss monsters. Double Bottomless Trap Hole. Double Solemn Warning, as well as double Deck Devastation Virus. I have a lot of high-level dark, high-attack dark monsters. I can have Chaos Sorcerer who fits the criteria. I can have Dad. I can have Trags up there. I can have my Gore's Token. I can have Wizel. There you go. So really good. Heck, I can even go into Catastrophe with a mind control play. They try and get rid of it. Then I use deck fires. So, okay. So that is the end of my deck profile for my Mystic Piper Chaos deck. I'll let you know how I did this weekend. I'll probably post a video on Monday letting you know what I played against, how my sideboard did, how I did overall in the tournament, as well as maybe possibly a deck profile. I'd like to do a deck profile on some of my buddies who play over my local tournament. They have some really interesting decks. So anyway, again, in the comment section below, if you would like to know anything about the OCG, if you would like to see a deck profile on any of the decks that are being run over here that might be different from back home, if you want to see the new Fire King deck, or if you want to see any specific matches, I can probably make them happen. So like and even favorite this video, and if you're good, subscribe to my channel. I'll probably be coming out with a lot of new videos over this next 2 weeks. I have most of my winter vacation off here in Japan, so that's really awesome. I got plans for Christmas, but afterwards I'm going to probably do some more card videos. So, all right, this is Coca-Coholic signing out. Take care. Best of luck.